Hi YouTube. So I actually was just doing a YouTube short. I apologize. I just moved like last week. Again, I know. It's not for lack. I'm trying. It's called the economy. But actually, you know what? I'm gonna say while I'm letting my cup of noodles here cool down is I love what I'm getting from this house already. Like, number one, the kitchen is freaking, like, that is one of my main points, like, when I look at in a house, like, is kitchen. The kitchen, having my own bathroom and closet, and like a porch. I need those things. I need to be able to experience the rest of it. I don't really care about. I don't really care about how big my bedroom is so much. I just need to have a nice kitchen, my own closet, my own bathroom, and a porch. That's all I ask for. And this kitchen is by far the most amazing kitchen I have ever had the honor to be able to say I lived at. It's that bomb. So that is it's had to like like I'm telling you guys, the kitchen is fire. But I'm loving the vibe I'm getting from this house a lot better. And it could also just be because partially, well, it's not. This house is just way nicer, number one. Number two, it could be partially because of my mindset. Because when I moved into my last location, it was kind of, I had no choice but to move in there. It wasn't like something I wanted to do. And I didn't really want to move in here either. I will say that. Kind of had no choice. But I was renting a master room that included like my bathroom and everything like that. So I didn't really have the need to like use the house too much unless I need to go in the kitchen. This one I'm just renting a room. So I have to share a bathroom, which number one gets me out of my room a lot more. Number two, I just like it because we have a really amazing kitchen. I have an amazing backyard. The house is just way nicer in general. It's also a lot more quieter. It's like, I just like the vibe overall, and that's actually super important. The neighborhood is nice. There's a park down the street. It's just all around great. And so even though my room has like completely downsized, I'm actually loving it. Like, I remember I came here and I was like, oh my gosh, I totally love this. And so I guess that's a little side note for you guys, is like, sometimes don't be discouraged by what may seem to be, I don't want to say like a setback, and I don't want to say not like your ideal package, because that's not what I'm trying to say, because it's like better. But oh my god, I just realized there's a feather. never mind. But like, I have a feather in my ladder. Okay guys, I'm so embarrassed, but who cares? Okay, and there is a feather on here too. Like, I don't want to show you guys. Like, I literally just moved in last week, okay? And I'm just barely getting around to hanging my clothes. So, and like, that doesn't mean my clothes are like organized. It just means I'm finally putting them on the hanger. But I don't want to say like you're settling for less or it's not your ideal. I'm trying to say is that, or like, not a setback, but it's like in regards to like my experience with going from a master room with a big closet, amazing closet. It was so amazing. I do miss it, but I never really got it together because I wasn't really feeling it. I have to be honest. Shame on me, but also sometimes we know better. I guess I'm trying to say is that it's okay for us to want things, right? It's totally okay. In fact, keep wanting those things and dreams. But sometimes, like, you know how they always say life has a better plan for you? Well, it's true. And so I'll use the closet for instance. I know this is kind of random. I don't know, I'll make this quick. But that closet was amazing. It was so huge. It was big for a bedroom. And if I had the passion and motivation and was in a better headspace, that closet would have been fire. Like, I had every intention to decorate it, like, so amazing. And I even bought, like, I invested money that I lost out, you know, like to put like little custom like mats on the shelving. And I finally started to get it going right before I moved. And I would spend most of my time in my closet, in my bathroom, in my bathtub. I miss it. But the thing is, even though I really wanted the closet and I was able to manifest, sometimes it doesn't bring us like what we need, right? Sometimes we think we know what we want, but we could be incorrect about that. It may not be what we truly need, our soul. And so be open-minded that maybe it may not appear to be like, you're like, oh, I'm renting a room, like, but then you find you have more fulfillment and more happiness. So be open-minded to what the universe has in store for you, because it knows you best. And, you know, sometimes it's hard because we do come into situations where we're just not in a good headspace. And it may have been something that was actually perfect for us, but because we were not in the best of perspective, we weren't able to enjoy it. And that's not your fault, by the way. You know, I'm sure you have good reason to be there. And that sometimes it's just because it's really not for us. Like, you know, what looks good on paper doesn't necessarily mean it's right for you. There we go. But, you know, so like, it's not going to be disappointing. Like, you will know. Like, I always say, like, when it's something's for you, you know. Like, when I moved in here because I decided to do the adult thing and cut back on costs because I couldn't afford it. And so it was very sudden move too. Kind of knew it was coming. And I moved here and I saw the neighborhood and I was like, okay, it's a nice neighborhood. And I walked into this room and it's small. And, you know, I went from an apartment to sharing a house and then to a huge room and now this. But I automatically was like, I like this. This is good. I like this. You know what I mean? So trust that. So anyways, a little side note there. Sorry, I'm eating a couple noodles. So healthy, I know, right? So actually, I had started to film a pick a card YouTube short for the mid-week energy check-in. And I did pile 1, and then pile 2, I was like, we're gonna have to come back to this. And then I was looking at pile 3, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna do the video instead for that, okay? I just feel like I owe you guys a new video. So we're gonna dive deeper into each of those piles. So whether you chose pile 1, 2, or 3, you're gonna get a much more in-depth video message for you. So same piles, same cards. If you did not see that YouTube short, no worries. You can choose your pile now. So again, you know, however this works. Oh my gosh, I feel so rude. I should have introduced myself. Okay, so backtracking after 8 minutes. Hi, my name is Jenna. I just moved. I'm eating a cup of noodles, but this is me being my most authentic self. All right. Anyways, this is my YouTube channel. It's called Jenna and Aquarius. Why? Because I'm an Aquarius in many aspects, literally. Sun, Rising, Venus, Aquarius. Even my personality on the test, if I was to be an Aquarius, it still comes out to Aquarius. And hopefully I got some good news about Jenna and Aquarius here. So whether you are a subscriber of mine or fate sent you my video, trust that you are here for a reason. If you don't believe in this, I promise you can still get something out of this, okay? But do me a favor. Go ahead, if you feel guided to do so, and either leave me a thumbs up, comment below, and hit the subscribe button. I know I hate to say that, but it's actually really necessary in order for this channel to grow. I'm gonna be real with you guys. That's how people get their stuff going. The only reason why it's kind of important for me, because this is the only revenue I have going for myself right now. And so you would be doing me a huge favor to not promote myself. I don't really care about myself, like being promoted, but to be able to get my finances back in order. But if you do that, I promise good karma or a wish will come to you. But, you know, help me out, help you out. So let me know, by the way, guys, what you want to see in the channel. I got a community page on there. I got 360 subscribers. So shout out to you guys. I feel famous, right? I don't want to be famous. But leave me comments. email me. All my information is in the channel description. If you feel guided to do so, you want to send me a little donation, right, to help me out, get my bank account back to normal, that'd be fantastic. At least I was able to take care of everything yesterday, and I'm feeling great because I was able to pay my car registration, my phone bill, but my credit card is going to be hating me again. But sometimes we have to do what we have to do to get ourselves back on the feet. By the way, fun shout out, my website, I got it. So it's going to be live tomorrow, but it's pretty much going to be just live. And that's it. I'm going to be working on it, but it is going to be www.lunarintentions.com. I'm sorry, .org. So I'm going to put that somewhere on there. That will be my official website, my business website, which is Lunar Intentions is the business that I intend to open physically at. So Jenna and Aquarius is just like more of a social media, YouTube kind of, I hate to say it, we have to self-promote a little bit to kind of just like be a personality, I guess, on YouTube or whatever online. But Lunar Intentions is actually the business, and it's supposed to be focusing on you guys, not on me. So that's the reason why I did that. So that is going to be the e-commerce store. That is going to be the sneak peek at what Lunar Intentions is going to be about. So I'm very excited. So by the way, like if you guys have like any kind of spiritual business and you are looking to collaborate, you can contact me. My email is jennainaquarius@gmail.com. I'd be more than happy to promote you on my website. I'd be more than happy to work with you. Like, you got a product, contact me. We'll discuss business. You know, you'll sell it on there. Obviously, I get a small cut as well, but I love to promote people. I've never been a competition person here. We're all here to work together because we all have unique gifts. So let me know. But also, if anybody comes across this video and is like wanting to collab with me or be a sponsor, especially in regards to like Aquarius stuff, like I would be repping that Aquarius merch all day, every day. All right, this is an Aquarius thing. I'm freaking beside my band-aids here. I love spirituality. So jewelry, anything, please contact me. Like, I am your person right now to help you out and help me out, okay? So again, check out my description or channel description for all that information here. Again, do apologize, not the professional setup, but hey, at least I'm being authentic. So back to the point of this video. You're gonna choose your group. If you already came from the YouTube short, you can continue with the group you chose, or you can restart all over. So how this works is people, number one, there's going to be 3 numbers you can choose from. So 1, 2, or 3. So you can either go with one of those numbers. You can use a number generator. People will sometimes like, I don't have the cards laid out, so you can just kind of like maybe pause the video and put your hand over there and feel like which way it's going. So if it goes like left, it's going to be 1. If it's in the middle, 2. If it's in the right, 3. Or which you can always do what I do sometimes, and it just really depends, like every time, your intuition. Close your eyes and move the cursor along, and wherever it stops is where that pile message is for you, or the beginning of that message, however that resonates. So again, this is going to be the pickup video for the YouTube short. I just felt, you know what, let's go a little bit deeper into this. So also, this is a timeless reading. So whether you come across this when I'm filming this, which is the 27th of May, 28th, or at a different time, it's for you at this time. This is Moo. So just trust you're here for a reason, okay? There's always going to be something to gain. And again, let me know group you guys belong to, what you want to see. Like, seriously, I'm here to help you out. Look at this. I'm really starving, guys. A cup of noodles. All right. So, just wanted to do that shout out. So today's mess cards, were my Egyptian tarot cards. And then we have the beautiful reflection deck and this deck here. So 2 or 3 of them are from Prism and Fleur, and the other one's from Terre. Let me give her a shout out too. Terre Soleil. So shout out to you guys. I freaking love you guys. Yeah, like I'm here to try any new decks, whatever. Like seriously, I don't mind, guys. So again, I will have the timestamps below. If you have any questions, you got anything you want to see, please contact me. Look out for Lunar Intentions. I do also have my Venmo, my PayPal, and my Zelle accounts as well. And I'm going to be doing some more live readings. I did those a few weeks ago. I had to move, so we kind of put a pause on that. But I'm looking forward to doing that. I might do that possibly tomorrow or Friday for sure. But let me know, guys. So anyways, I'm going to see you guys at your message. Bye. So rough, so tough out here, baby. I'm serious. Starving, guys, seriously. My apologies. I just wanted to let you guys know. But hey, anyways, let's get into you guys the reading. So number one, I already did in the YouTube short. You can check it out, but we're going to go more in depth with your cards. But we're going to just talk a little bit more about it. So we had the Eight of Wands. We had the number 22, Creation, Spider. And we had Listen. So, Eight of Wands. So this could be pertaining to a fire sign. Doesn't have to be. So Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This is unique. It's like a statue, right? I love the celestial crowns, by the way. So that could be. But Wands, Eight of Wands in particular, is about like communication primarily. It's about fast movement. Things in the original depiction of the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's like 8 wands and they're kind of shooting down. Like they're not all like perfectly aligned, by the way, but it's about something coming fast for you. And I'm talking about fast. I don't know if it's wands that's faster or swords. I think it's wands. And so it's going to be pretty fast. Yeah, it has to be wands. Fire. Yeah, so wands is going to be the fastest. If I'm mistaken, it's going to be one of those two, but I want to say it's wands. Fast communication, abrupt changes, something coming out of nowhere, left field. Primarily about communication, but it could really be about anything. It could also have to do with creativity, passion, sexuality. I'm thinking of the sacral chakra right now, so that's going to be your sixth chakra, the number color orange. Kind of funny because I was watching a reading earlier this week and that color kept going up. But this is about something coming in fast. Now, communication's really coming in strongly for me just because we have this card of Listen. And so if there is a sort of communication, this is important for you to listen. It may even be like so like unexpected and so fast and like you're just like your like head can't even wrap around it, right? Or this could be like in another example, and take this as it resonates. You know, like somebody is just like spilling their guts, talking fast, which I have a problem. I do that naturally. I know. I have to remember to breathe and slow down. People are like, whoa, you talk way too fast. And then sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I can't even understand myself. So, speaking of, let's slow down. This can also be about, if it's not like an actual communication, this could be about like listening to like yourself, especially with the fact that I decided to kind of take a moment to breathe and slow down. This could be about maybe like a lot of changes happening so fast that it's pretty much like you're getting a hard time wrapping your head around it, right? I'm trying to see if I can make this higher, by the way. Okay, perfect. And so there's a need for you to kind of just like actually breathe. And this is not usually the depiction I'm getting, to kind of just breathe and just like take everything in and listen to yourself and listen to your body. Now what's interesting, which I forgot, is we have the spider card, which is about creation. So spiders represent creativity. And it's interesting because I had a little friend I met earlier this week here. Little black, what's it called? The big black bold jumping spider. They're like kind of like a black fuzzy spider with spots. Pretty sure she was feminine. My friend's like, how do you know? And I was like, I just have a feeling. And it was so cute because it has 8 eyes. Oh my gosh. That's so crazy. Oh my gosh, I want to see if I can show you guys a picture of what I'm talking about. So she has 8 eyes and it's so cute because like there's a photo I took of her. Like I was trying to figure out what kind of spider it was, and like she's looking right at me. She's a little blue. And I was like, where's my little friend, right? So spiders actually represent creativity, right? Which is interesting because if you think about their web, it's a very beautiful, intricate thing, just like a snowflake. Snowflakes are very much unique. I believe webs are also very much unique. And what's interesting about this spider particularly is they actually don't make webs. They just jump. And they actually are very fascinated by people. Yeah, so that's probably why she had no problem staring at me. Let me see if I can find the actual picture in my computer for you guys of what she looks like. If not, I will just show you the type of spider. Oh, yay. Here it is, okay? So hopefully, like, you guys aren't scared of spiders. If you are, I probably wouldn't look for, like, a second. But, this is what I was talking about. This is the actual photo of her looking at me, if you can see. She's so cute, right? And your guys are thinking, she likes spiders, okay. No, seriously, I thought this was so cute because I didn't realize this till later. And I was like, oh my god, she's like looking right at me. She's so cute. One more time, so viewer discretion is advised. But look at that. Like, it's kind of a cute spider, right? See, I'm not really scared of spiders. I hate wasp. So wasp and I are not friends. But that's interesting because she's one that doesn't do webs. And so kind of tying it all together. So this is funny. This is my pile, by the way. The number 22 could be significant. August 22nd could be a very significant number just because it's coming up too. February 28th could be significant as well, or April 8th could be very significant. Any of those numbers, if not a big deal. We do have the number 4, we do have the number 8, and they are pretty much like double. So there could be also an energy for some of you guys of your life going from a singular to a double. That's very random. Again, take this as it resonates. So this, and I'm gonna, like I said, so it's interesting because that particular spider doesn't create webs, right? But they're very fascinated by people. They're very big and bold, and just, I think it was very cute, and it has 8 eyes. And again, normal spiders create webs. And the reason why they create webs is so they can be able to catch their prey. Here, do I have to really educate you guys? I don't know. But yeah, they actually mean creativity. So this could also be with the 8 of Wands here, because these are, again, in regards to that. This could be like maybe sudden ideas coming to you, an opportunity in regards to creativity as well. And you need to like act on it. It's very, very important. Or some kind of communication or something coming in. Maybe a song is like getting you like inspired, or just something that's completely from left field, and it gets you to be in your creative mode again, or just by you being in your creative mode, however that resonates, whether it's photography, dancing, painting, music, you have an endless way of being creative, okay? That could bring in something in regards to communication. Could be also an upgrading project, collaboration. I do believe that whoever is watching this is going to be on the receiving side of it, okay? I don't think that you're necessarily going to be the one who's in communication, like communicating, so to speak, unless you're communicating to the universe of something you want to see. But that's very few. And speaking of that, this can also be like a time where you have put your intentions out into the universe, and now you start seeing them coming into fruition, because that is also an act of creation, okay? So many different ways this can apply. So, you know, just trust, like, it doesn't have to be all those things. It could all just be one. But I do think it's going to be either in regards to like a actual communication coming in, or a very significant one that will be coming in very soon. Could be coming in 2 days, 4 days, 8 days, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 8 weeks. Don't think the weeks though. I think it's days. Could even be 22 minutes, 8 minutes. Okay, maybe at 8:22. Okay, I don't know. Maybe that number is significant. I do believe that you'll be on the receiving side of it. So I think it's going to just be a very important communication, and I can't really say what kind of communication it is. I do believe most of you guys it's going to be about communication. I'm going to be quite honest. But if it's not, don't stress. Now, it doesn't have to happen today. This is just letting you know that this is something that... So let's use an example. You have an appointment at the doctor office. So you go into the doctor office and you're like, hey, I'm here to check in. And they have a waiting room, okay? Because we all know that you have your appointment at 8:22 in the morning, okay? And you're going to be seen like an hour later. You're just sitting in the waiting room. Like, what's the point? It's annoying. 2 hours later, God forbid. So it's just like this. My intention for this particular energy check-in is for you to like, it's like you checking in, but it's not necessarily going to happen today. It can, but it's already in the works. That's what I wanted to say. So this could be applying for the rest of this week. It could be applying for a month. I don't know, guys. It's just you like checking in like, hey, here's my number, you know. So you already did the first step and now it's just the wait. Like you've already shown up to claim your winning. You already showed up to your appointment. You already saying, hey, I'm here. But it doesn't mean that it's like there's a little bit of that. I don't know if it's for this whole video or this you guys. I just wanted to make that very clear, but that doesn't mean that it will not happen soon, because especially we have the 8 of Wands here. Trust me, it's gonna happen soon. And this has been a card that's been following me all week. Seriously. So corny, I know, but for some of you guys, either yourself or somebody else might be getting caught in your web. So again, this could be someone who's quite interested in your work, wants to collaborate with you. If this is in communication of any sort of kind, this could be someone who's like very intrigued by you, who's memorized by you, and they just can't help but want to be caught up in your web, or vice versa. I either feel it's going to be both, or I don't think it's going to be you at first. So quite interesting. And it's interesting because I saw another card depiction of an angel today, and like the angel was kind of like in a web, and it was on the front porch of a home. So this could also be in regards to a home. It could be also, I'm getting right now like a greeting. Like there may be some kind of communication that may be like upcoming that might be very significant for you. It's going to hit home. It's going to hit home for you. And this is definitely going to come out of nowhere. Like whatever the communication from whatever source, it is going to come from left field or freaking right field. You are not seeing this coming. You don't have any idea about the communication. You don't have any idea about the source. Yeah, it's going to hit you. And it's not only going to hit you like in surprise, it's going to hit you where it's like this resonates with that home. And it's going to open a door for you. Whatever that's an opportunity. It could be in regards to a new relationship or a new connection. And with this listen card, this isn't just saying like you listening to the conversation or reply back. This is like you listen. There is a deeper need to listen. Because if you notice, it's kind of small. So this also may be something that may not hit you in the face at first of the significance of it. It may be very casual. I do believe that, again, this communication will be initiated by another source. I'm almost positive. Could be a masculine, just because. Again, fire sign. Interesting. Looks like they have like a clay. It's broken. Interesting. So maybe some of you guys are potters. Or this could be like a message too that this is going to crack something open in you. And then number 22. What is the number 22 mean? Let me see, guys. Okay, guys, I was using my handy dandy computer here. So I looked up the numbers 8, the number 22, accidentally the number 222, and the number 822. So this could be in regards to your abundance. This could be about teamwork, about balancing act, and it's also about alignment and entrusting your inner selves. So that's the general aspect here in regards to that number. I guess we can do 8 and 4, right? Let's do 8, 4. Maybe somebody's born in 1984. I'm 89. Woo. Again, manifesting stability, abundance, dedication. So that's just a little side note for you guys. Again, Moon was here now to join us. So that's kind of just what I'm getting. I think this is kind of a simple message for you guys, but it's more simple. It's so much more than just a simple message, okay? So I really want you guys to take it in. You guys are the most simplest one of all, but it's not that quite simple. So communication or ideas that come in fast. I don't think it's going to be so much change as it can be. And, you know, it is going to have to do with creativity or, you know, your sacral chakra or something. Because of this is going to inspire your creativity. You know, you're a creative person. This could be a creative person. Hey, really listen, not just listen to what's being said. Listen to how you feel. Listen to if this feels safe, if it's like home. This is more than just some conversation that's completely caught you off guard. And you know what? I think that this conversation is like literally gonna catch you off guard. Like, not only you're like, wow, didn't know that I would hear from you. Like, I mean, you are like gonna be in like a state of mind where you are like not at all looking for it. You might be like super busy, frantic, you know, stressed out. And I think that that's when it's gonna come in. So I do mean that, you know, make sure you're looking cute, even if you're not 100%, you know, God forbid that you're wearing your sweats at the, and, yeah, so you're like, hi, so, yeah, that'd be embarrassing, right? But this is about you to listen because it's actually so much more. I believe that this is just going to be the beginning of something great, and as simple as your message is, it's not so simple. It has a lot more to that. So anyways, let me know how that resonates in the comment below. I'm looking forward to hearing what kind of conversation, what kind of opportunity is it for you. I do expect it to be kind of fast, unexpected. So be at least prepared, even though you're going to never be 100%, okay? And this is Olympia. She's eating, guys. She's not just staring at the wall. She's eating. So, but thank you guys so much. And I will see you guys in another video. Bye. My group number 2. So the one I really wanted to get into, my cat just freaking jumped down. I got a whole bunch of cats here. So the reason, if you watch the YouTube short, I felt after looking at the guidebook for your reading, because I felt like I kind of just gave you the cards and didn't really like go into that, kind of ran out of time there for the YouTube short, and I was reading the guidebook and there was a significance tie into that, but I felt like I owed you guys an explanation. I felt I owed you guys more. So number 1, this could be somehow resonating with your guys' weekly energy check-in. Take it as it resonates, okay? So if you didn't watch YouTube short, you don't have to. You can if you want, but let's get into your reading. So we have number 1 here, the King of Swords. So correct me if I'm wrong, swords are after wands in regards to how fast things happen, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, swords resonate with air signs. So Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, and we're in lovely Gemini season now. And that is all about the mind. Yes, I am always in my head. So literally, I'm always in my head. I'm already an overthinker. I already have anxiety. I already have depression. And now I'm a freaking air sign. Literally, I have either all air or my chart primarily is like air and earth. Even my moon sign is an air sign. So my moon is Gemini. So I have Aquarius for my sun, Aquarius for my rising, Gemini moon. So my 3 bigs, three big major ones, they're all air signs. So literally it's kind of funny because I always say my head is in the clouds, but my feet are on the ground. And how the heck can you do both? It's really hard to be up here and there. It's hard. Somehow I manage it, but I do seem to sometimes struggle with the in-between there. So the King of Swords is somebody who is very decisive, could be very calculated, cold, possibly. I'm going to say no BS, so to speak here. Could be masculine energy, doesn't have to be. Sees all clarity. I would say can't pull the wool underneath his eyes. That's just my interpretation, so to speak. And then I'm gonna not even try to pronounce this other word here. So we have the number 36, could be a significant number. We have chance. And then I'm gonna just spell it out because I feel like an idiot. So we have TRISKELE. I just am not gonna pronounce it, guys. Let's see if I can get that for you guys though. We can't. Triskel? Oh no. So number 3, 2. This is cool. It's like Stonehenge. So this is going to be that card. And then it's interesting because we have here, do your actions align with your intentions? And this is what made me come back to you guys. So I'm actually going to refer to my handy dandy guidebook for you guys in regards to this lovely card here. And we're going to read what it says because you'll see why I felt I needed to give you guys more. So again, I do feel like you could be, either this could have to do with like an exclamation here or owing you something, just could be starting out, not necessarily just being precise or clear. So I'm going to read this entire thing. So just so you know that. So the Triskel, I apologize, holds significant symbolism in Celtic tradition. Prominently featured in their art, particularly in Ireland, where it is found on ancient stone carvings, jewelry, and other artifacts. I apologize, it's not Stonehenge. The Celts associated the Triskel with the constantly changing nature of life, death, and rebirth, as well as the interconnectedness of all things in the universe. It served as a potent emblem of the worldview and spiritual beliefs, embodying the internal flow of time and the energetic harmony which underlines all existence. Over the course of history, the Triskel has maintained its presence, evolving to encompass broader meanings beyond its original culture context. In contemporary society, it continues to resonate as a symbol of unity, balance, and personal growth. So I'm going to scratch my nose, guys. Sorry. My cats, they're causing problems. They're going to the restroom. They're like bouncing. They're just cute. So the meaning of this particular card is embrace the natural ebb and flow of existence, recognizing that life is a journey of constant change and transformation. You have to adapt. There is nothing constant except for change. Become comfortable with this and your entire life will shift for the positive. This is where it was kind of coming at. So remember, we have do your actions align with your intentions. Sometimes, there we go. There we go, guys. There we go. So keep your thoughts mindful and align with your desired outcome, not with your fears about the situation. Pay attention to the synchronicities and patterns that emerge in your life. They have insight to share with you. Flow with the current of change. Do not resist it. The most potent change starts within. And so I like how these two did coincide, because I was like, yeah, I'm just giving you guys like surface level stuff. And you're like, what am I to do with that? Okay, like, okay, I have the King of Swords, I have change, and I have this. Like, what am I supposed to do? It's like you weren't prepared. And I was like, I can't leave you guys like that, first of all. So again, this could be like an energy where it's like an exclamation, or you're kind of left hanging. Could be in regards and teaching here. The King of Swords, like I said, it's usually about like cutting things through, cold, precise, no nonsense. I would say they're a little bit more harder to adapt, so to speak. I'm a fixed sign, so I would say that. And so it's interesting because you got the need to adapt here, and that everything is change, and that there's nothing that's like everything's constantly changing. And fixed signs, we are hard to like, pretty much like we are just stubborn. And so this could have to be with like, especially with masculinity. So masculine is the go-getter side of you, the person who's the protector, the provider, the go-getter, the leader, the chaser. Okay, you don't have to be a male necessarily. That's that energy. And so like I have a friend who's sick, who was sick in the hospital, and they're like, I just don't have a hard time allowing people to take care of me. And I was like, but you got to. You have to be in the receptive side, female or male. It's just because if you're over giving too much, you're gonna burn yourself out. And so this is somebody who's like, they want to, typically men or the masculine side of us wants to fix things. They just have that programming. They want to fix things. They always assume that when women tell them problems that we're wanting you to fix it. Sometimes we just want to talk, you know, but it's just like, we just don't. Okay. Yeah. So that's the beauty about that men and women part at the same time, because like I'm here to talk, and you just automatically want to, you know, well, what are you going to do with your plans? Like, I just kind of wanted to vent. Like, why do you automatically assume that I just had to have a plan today? Maybe you're supposed to figure that out for me when I'm ready, okay? Because I'm supposed to be the damsel in distress here, okay? No, seriously, though. Like, my last relationship, I remember I was like, I'm gonna leave. And he's like, well, what's your plan? I'm still putting my stuff in the car. Like, I haven't had a plan yet. I'm just putting my stuff in the car. Like, why are you automatically asking me that? And then we're, like, sitting there talking, like, over breakfast and stuff. And it's like, bro, I'm just now taking in my breakfast, okay? I don't have a freaking plan, okay? Like, but thanks for looking out for me, dude. Not so much that you let me go order at McDonald's with my freaking acne stickers on my face, okay? But it's okay. So anyways, so this could be about you needing to be a little bit more flexible and to be a little bit more open. Now, this is just my interpretation to life. There could also be this rigidness here, or like this strictness. And I'm going to be referring to this part. Do your actions align with your intentions? This is a time for you to check in with yourself. Are you living the life that you are wanting to live? Are you doing whatever you can to create that life? Are you being authentic to yourself? Or are you so strict and so rigid that you don't allow like the flexibility? Like, let's say you like, well, monofocus. Kind of interesting though, because it's like a little bit different. But this is about you kind of being more flexible. And even though, like, I like this because it's like, I was thinking of Stonehenge, which are rocks, which they lasted there forever. But how did they get there to begin with, right? Like, seriously, guys. Okay. You can't obviously move rocks, been there forever. So you gotta just carve on there. You're gonna be like, right? This is a time for you, especially this is like a doorway. Check in with yourself. If you find that you are not living the life or trying to create the life that you're living, maybe now is a chance to change that. And this change is going to be something that is going to be for your betterment. I'm hearing set in stone. So cut out the BS, guys. If you're not doing something that you want to be doing with your life, why are you doing it? Simple as that, okay? A little clarity there here as well. Yeah. That's pretty much what I have for you guys. So kind of a little bit interesting message. It's very vague. I don't really have much more than that. Wish I did, but sometimes I think that's enough for you. But yeah, like, be open to change. And if not, this is a time to change. And you either are needing to be more into the masculine. I believe that this is more for you to be in that masculine energy. But let's say you are in that masculine energy and you know it, then it's time for you to like step away from that maybe. And allow yourself to receive, because as I was saying to my friend yesterday, you know, when we are always in the masculine energy, we actually prevent ourselves from receiving our manifestations, and you have to be in the receptive energy to be able to receive it. Otherwise, you're never going to. You can technically block yourself. And so there is a time for balance and ebb and flow. And so if you have been boom, 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 now it's a time to step back. Trust that you already did the intentions and life is going to align perfectly for you. There could be something that's finally going to be coming into fruition for you. Maybe has to do with that person who is an air sign, somebody at the leadership role, something that you've been having intention. I'm going to be telling you guys the word align or alignment and intention is going to be very, very like your keywords here. An intentional alignment, something could be coming together. Even like teamwork too, a little bit here. So yeah, kind of a little bit more open-ended bit for you guys, but that's what you needed to hear. So I appreciate you guys. I hope that gave you guys a little bit more. Let me know in the comments below how that resonates here, because I'm still kind of feeling like I'm not quite getting to the surface here, which is that. And it's kind of bugging me. So I think I might pull another card for you guys. It's really, I feel like it's still too open-ended. Is there something in your life that's just, oh my gosh. We're going to not too many cards. Is there something in your life that's a little bit open-ended? Are you technically open-ended right now? Or are you kind of in that energy? So we got 2 cards. These came out face forward, so I have to take that. So we have the Knight of Cups here and the 8 of Pentacles. Interesting. So the Knight of Cups is an offer coming towards you. It could definitely be a romantic offer. Could be someone who is water placements, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. It's some kind of offer that is a full offer. So like your cup is full. So somebody's giving you something that's full. It's not like a half offer, so to speak. And I did do that just like that. It's definitely gonna be fulfillment. It could definitely be romantic. Definitely have to be though. And then we have the Pentacles here. So we kind of got everything but air fire. And the Pentacles is, my ear keys ring right now. I can't remember if 8 of Pentacles. I always get them confused, like the 7 Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. Let me look it up 1 second. Okay, so the 7 Pentacles is like usually when you're planting your seeds, kind of waiting for things to grow. And then the 8 of Pentacles is like mastering a craft, working on a project here. Definitely focus, okay? Now with that and the Knight of Pentacles, let's get your guys' meaning here together. Thank you, handy dandy computer. It's the computer never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. All right, guys, we know what generation I'm from. Millennials, the best, okay? Say less. Anyways, so the combination, sorry guys, seriously. The combination here for my lovely 2 cards is about emotional passion with diligence, hard work, following your bliss. Okay, I get it. It signifies balancing inspiration with craftsmanship, showing that your creativity needs consistent effort to yield tangible results. Perfect. Okay, now it ties them together. See, because remember how I said earlier about this painting? So you gotta shake out of this, okay? This is just some shake out of this, okay? First of all, my ear is like ringing right now. It's kind of crazy. And this is about you getting in alignment to receive the tangible results. So I do feel that this is your specific message is you actually checking in with yourself. I'm pretty sure that you need to do that, and that change is going to be coming from that check-in, and it's going to bring you a lot more emotional fulfillment, but it's going to require work. And if something is not resonating with you, you have the power to change that right here and right now. And I would do that kind of quick, okay? So yeah, and let me get one more message here. My notification said my battery is going to die. I feel like you're also kind of running like on low battery. So that's just another thing. So make sure you check in with yourself. Take good care of yourself too. And the number 36, because this has that number, just 1 year older. Divine reminder to shift your focus inward. Trust your material and financial needs are being supported by the universe. So maybe this is a call for you to not... Sometimes we do things because we think it's the right decision, but it's not. This is a chance for you to kind of get back into yourself. I'm kind of hearing like kick off your shoes, dance, get loose. There's a message for you to get loose here too. And when you do that and check in with yourself, make sure that you be truly authentic. I told my other friend a few weeks ago that unless you're truly authentic with who you are, you're never going to receive what is truly in alignment for you. And she was talking about how her aunt was telling her she should make these cute bouquets and sell them at a booth. And I could totally see her doing that, like, and not disregarding it. But I said, what do you want to do? She's like, I want to paint. I was like, well, then why don't you paint? I'm not saying you can't do the bouquets, but why don't you do what you want to do? Because unless you do what you want to do, you're never going to receive what's meant for you. You have to be truly authentic to who you are. It's super important. And it has so much more power than you even realize. And that's Moo Moo. Okay, guys, so that is a perfect way to end that message for my group number 2s. Please hit that subscribe button. Bye. My group number 3s, my notification on here said my battery is going to be dying. But let's get into your reading because you guys, I didn't first of all know. We barely touched the surface, and then I was like, you know what? We're just going to do a video. So this is for my group number 3s here. Just in case I forget to say it at the end, go ahead and hit that thumbs up video or button, please, for me. If you like my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I promise you do that. I wish fulfillment, good karma will come your way just because you're helping me out. And I have a comment section. I have a community section. I got contact information. Help yourself out. Contact me. What you want to see, I'll do it for you. Give me some ideas. You want to collaborate with me? All right. Support me. However, I'm available. So your guys' group had 2 of these cards, by the way. It just kept coming out. They just wouldn't just be one. And it's interesting because I didn't know until today that there was actually a lion. So I have my spirit animal here, which is my owl. And in another life, I will be a beautiful barn owl. And it's interesting because 2 weeks ago, I actually saw an owl flying when I was moving. And my beautiful spirit animal only makes herself known when it's necessary. I can count on my hands how many times she has made herself known. And it really kind of came out of left field, which is funny because my pile was number 1. It kind of makes sense. I almost like had to swerve because I didn't see this like owl until like last minute. And it was like, I was up all night moving and I was so exhausted. And then it's like complete dark and there's this big bird like with the wingspan like huge. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's like an owl, what? So anyway, so I didn't know you guys had 2 cards. So I actually had to look into that. So speaking of, let's start with this one. Stay in your lane. First of all, don't be swerving, okay? Make sure you stay. This message, it's funny because I actually finally heard this saying this year. It's like, you need to stay in your own lane. I didn't really know what that meant. It means you just need to stay in your own lane, okay? Don't worry about this person's lane and don't worry about that, okay? So this is a message that this is your path. And you don't need to be concerned about the other side. You need to just focus and look forward, okay? It's super important to do that, especially if you're driving, I would say. Especially because I mentioned about how I almost had to swerve. Be on excitement and be on the lookout for what's ahead of you. Okay? Just stay in your lane. Yeah, so you might be also the type of person that says that or hears that saying very soon. Kind of funny because even though this wasn't my pile, this does remind me of a particular person. And So if this person ever did watch my channel, you probably chose this one. But hey, you know what? It's okay, because thank you for supporting my channel. So much love for that. Yeah. So anyways, so we have the Two of Pentacles, and usually the Two of Pentacles depiction is about a person like trying to balance, juggling, and it's usually a balancing act. It usually means that you're kind of like overworked, or that you might be balancing two things. It could talk about somebody having options here, financial issues as well. This card is kind of interesting because it's a different deck. It's a lot of hands reaching down and hands reaching up. So this could mean, first of all, that there's support, that you are either being supported at this time, that you could be receiving support very soon. There could be a helping hand. There could be helping hands, so to speak. This could be all hands on deck. Hands can be very significant. Just like, it's a very interesting depiction here, which is interesting. It could also be like teamwork too. So Pentacles is usually like your finances. So just wanted to say that. And then it's like all hands on deck. I'm getting a message. Please be careful driving. Because, you know, I'm thinking of like people getting in an accident, especially because, like I said, I just completely almost swear, thank God I was the only person driving. So, or there's a need for you. So, random message. This could be, you could be a person who's kind of just doesn't want to meddle in business. I would say that this group, you're the type of person who just doesn't meddle in anything. You don't want to be involved in stuff. You just rather be by yourself. You don't do anything, like, even if it's in regards to you, you just don't. There is going to be some kind of situation that could require you to literally be like all hands on deck, where you kind of have to get involved in something. And this could be like in regards to a work situation. You could be driving and maybe there's an accident and you're like, you have to go and help out or something like that. Or something with your home or something like that, or a personal situation. And you are going to have to do that. And I do have this, that it's going to be a little bit urgent. I don't think it's going to be traumatizing, but I do think that you are going to have to step in. I know that's really random. And this might be hard for you because you're the type of person that usually stays in your own lane. And so this could be something about you having to come out of your comfort zone. Okay, so this is going to be a situation that, take it as it resonates, you are going to have to be called to come out of your comfort zone. Not to everybody, and kind of just be there. Whether this is just for a moment or however, okay? It could be about like financial situation, pitching in. Maybe you're like, hey, I'm going to help out. Could just be like a good Samaritan thing, so to speak. This could also be about you choosing to come out of this like isolated energy and be like, hey, I'm here. What do you need from me? What do you want from me? Again, take it as it resonates. With this being 2 cards here, I'm getting more and more a strong feeling that this is about you going in some kind of like teamwork or collaboration. Doesn't have to be. And it's kind of funny though, but there's still like this energy of like, you stay in your lane, okay? Like here, we're collaborating, but stay in your lane. It's kind of funny though. So this could be like you having to step out, but at the same time, you don't want to like have to deal with the repercussions or drama. Or you're putting some boundaries up, so to speak. This could be about teamwork, but with boundaries. Or, hey, this is a situation, what it is. I do feel that you're going to be the energy where you are the person who is model focused and you're pulled into that. Or that you decide to step out of that. I don't think it's like the opposite. Okay, so to speak here. Maybe you guys also like, for some of you guys with the driving thing, maybe you like, I'm thinking race cars or work on cars and like a collaboration. There could be like a project thing, so to speak here, something about that. Could be very significant. And you could either be like, this is very for some, very, very few. You could be called into like a leadership role, or you're the one who's going to be like overseeing a certain project here. And if so, like, you're gonna be like called to like organize or assignment, so to speak, just for some of you guys. Or you could be a type of person that's really good at delegating, just like a little small fact here. But Two of Pentacles technically is about like a juggling act, okay? So this could also be, again, for some of you guys, to stay in your own lane. This is like, like for others, so it's like you don't want drama, but at the same time, this could be about somebody who kind of causes drama. So you could have been somebody that kind of caused drama. Maybe you didn't realize it. So even though you're the type of person who's like very low key and very private, you may have been juggling like something. It could have been juggling priorities or people or options or something in regards to finances, or you were having a hard time balancing things out. And because of that, you actually caused drama. And you may have just finally realized this. And so what you thought was like, oh, I just stay out of there, get out of the energy. Like, it's, I feel like that it's gonna kind of hit you. Like, you might be like, oh my God, you may want to kind of like, again, I'm getting here because we have the wisdom too. That's the reason why I'm saying that. And this might hit you out of nowhere, or might come at you, like sideswipe you, and then you're kind of like, oh my gosh, like, should have been a little bit more hands on deck, or about you kind of being more stable. So again, take that as it resonates. And so what's interesting, we have the numbers 28, we have the number 9, so those numbers could be very significant. September 28th could be very significant. February 8th, there's really only February 8th. October 9th could be very significant here. Yeah, not too whole lot. So, so we have the wisdom with the owl, which is my spirit animal. And then we have the lion, and I didn't know this until today, okay? I was like looking through my guidebook and I was thinking my card, I was like, oh my gosh, there's a lion. And I was like, I did not know that, okay? So this could be like a little bit for some of you guys, like, I didn't know that. Like, you like, even though I've looked at this, I just missed this for some reason. Could be, yeah, you're a Leo too, so to speak. So I love this because my beautiful spirit animal, beside that she's the cutest thing in the world, little snow barn owl. Owls are very intuitive. They're very mysterious. They are creatures of the night. They're very wise. It's like they're wise beyond your years, so old soul. We see right through you. So that's the thing about my owls, they can see right through you. And so I have this beautiful gift of like being able to feel whether somebody is being truthful or not. I may not always be able to have proof, but I can tell just based off of my intuition and my beautiful gifts, my claircognizance and my clairsentience, I think it is. I don't know. The one where you feel. I can feel people's energy. Like, it's crazy. And so that's why I'm able to feel like if things are good or bad, right? Works well with claircognizance because I don't know how it's going to work out, but somehow I know, right? So they see right through. They're very wise creatures. My beautiful spirit animal, a little side note here. So my spirit animal, I didn't just choose an owl to be my spirit animal. It doesn't go like that. Besides, I did take a test. So long time ago, when I was a little girl, my parents took me to a zoo, I don't remember, and we were walking that night as a family unit. And this is why this is my spirit animal, true story. And I forgot about this. And there was a beautiful owl flying over, and I dropped a feather on my head. And my parents, I just remember how significant that was, and how they, and that's like, I got my feather earrings today, my feather shirt. So why I love feathers. And so obviously my parents like, oh my gosh, that's really special. And I remember it was a white owl, And I remember this. I remember the only things I remember was that my brother and I had all these stuffed animals in my family room, my dining, living room area. We just were, and then we went to the zoo. And then we were walking that night, and I remember that. That's the only things I can tell you for the life of me, which is actually pretty good memory. And I remember the next day, and I don't know, like, sometimes I think, like, I get these memories, and it's like, is this really true? Is this real? But then it's like, why would I imagine this, right? We went on a walk the next day. I don't know how old I was. And I came back into the house, and we had the family room, right? And there was feathers everywhere in the family room. And, like, to me, this is as real as it gets because this is what I remember. And my parents were, like, completely stunned. Now, I could be getting it confused with, like, I don't know. I mean, I remember I lived this. I literally lived this. Like, I was a kid. Why would I make this up? Because I totally, like, the thing is crazy is I actually really forgot this happened to me until, like, about 10 years ago. And I remember I was reading about spirituality and this, like, hit me. And I was like, oh, my God, I forgot about all that. So how could I possibly live something if it wasn't real, right? Now, if I was to ask my parents, they're not going to remember because they're in their 70s, like towards the end of the 70s, they're not going to remember, unfortunately. And my brother, he's in a better place. And so I just have to trust that that's real. And it's crazy because, like, I remember as a little girl, I would lay out on the patio at night on my mom's lawn chair, and I used to love to look up at the stars and just fall asleep under the stars. And I know this was a dream. This part was a dream. And I woke up one time and, like, the sky was like beautiful pinks and purples and stuff, and it was just crazy. But how crazy does that resonate with me now? Like, that was a time, oh my God, I'm getting chills. That was true to myself. So that's how the spirit animal chose me, right? So it chose me. Your spirit animal chooses you, okay? Because people assume it would be a cat for me, but that's second best. And the thing about my spirit animal is she only makes appearances in my life very seldom. I don't think she made another appearance until 2015 that I remember. It was the first time. That's when I started to embark my spirituality again. And it's, like, very weird. Like, she'll just, like, be perched on there and she'll just watch me until I leave. It's very, and she's very, very brief. And so I would say, like, 5 times my entire life, the owl has made her appearance to me in person. I've definitely gotten, like, messages or, like, seen things about her within the past week or two. But she makes very rare appearances. And so she's, like, it's a special occasion. This time I seen a brown one, which was interesting because the color brown is all about grounding and you know, stuff like that, and stability and stuff like that. And I didn't see the front of the head, but the way the body was built and the wingspan and the time at night, I knew it was an owl. I didn't have to. But yeah, I think I've only seen an owl like maybe 5 or 6 times. And like I said, it's very brief. So in regards to that, I would definitely recommend for this group, check out your spirit animal. You can definitely take a test. Another way you can tell, I would say that it's not always what you think it is. See if there's an animal that comes to you at very important times in your life when you might need guidance. You know, it could definitely be a cat. Cats represent magic. That's why they always put depictions of them with witches. Okay. You can always take a test online. I recommend spirit animal tests and stuff. I can even offer you a spirit animal reading, which is going to be available on both my Etsy page. I forgot to mention that, guys. Etsy, check out Lunar Intentions CA. That's my Etsy page, but my website will be coming up too, which I didn't work on today. So there's wisdom with that. So we just totally got random, right? Then we have the lion here. So you could be a Leo. Lion, maybe yours is lion. Kind of funny because, like, the zoo and lions, isn't that crazy? This could have, for some of you guys, whoa. Some of you guys, something could come up that's been, like, far embedded in your memory, because that kind of associates that either it could have caused you to be a certain way where you, quote unquote, stay in your lane, or could come up that provides wisdom for you and allows you to either release something that you could have been juggling. Could even be like your spirit team, like, reaching out to you. Like, there could be, like, a message there. There's definitely could be for some of you guys something that's been embedded for like a long time as far as childhood. And this could have caused you to be very much like always like in your lane. You didn't want to be like more a collaborative person. And this might be like something that could really sideswipe you. Like it could kind of hit you like a ton of bricks. But it's a good thing. This will actually kind of change the way I think you approach things. It may even be like a totally, like for some of you guys, like if you guys ever seen the movie Perks of Being a Wallflower, the main character, he has like an epiphany. He had a really good relationship with his aunt, and he was understanding the whole time that they had a special relationship, just to find out later on that she actually was abusing him. And it didn't come until like later on in the movie when he kind of was introduced to what real love was, and it brought up something. And so there could be something that kind of triggers something into that, and it may change your whole perspective on that, but it's to help release you. So apologize. So you can be more involved in the world again. You could be a little bit out of sorts, a little bit in your own world. It's not a bad thing, but you could be a little bit too into your own world. Just saying. So let's end off your reading here. So my beautiful lion people, the ones I didn't even know about until today. And here's my other Leo right here. This cat's a Leo too. Hi, handsome. He loves my cards. He just loves it. Yes, you do. He's cute. After Scorpion. Okay. So, this definitely talk about power, creativity, courage, nobility, being known. So something could become known. Also very reserved here too. So I'm just going to read this simply because I didn't know this was a thing until today. It's saying, stay humble and grounded, knowing your strength is always present, even when not shown openly. Strength can be more than will and force. Find admiration for quiet, poised confidence that comes from inner knowing and balance. Practice emotional intelligence and self-regulation. Your actions inspire others. Strength and kindness in equal measure. He's so cute. Pay attention to your posture, demeanor, and how you carry yourself. Strengthen your body with training or exercise. Avoid entering into power struggles. They will only drain your energy. You are stronger than you realize. Remove yourself from any fear, insecurity-based thinking. Take full responsibility for your life and decisions. And so this is a message for you, like, number one, you inspire others, okay? Even if you're the person that stays on your own lane, you don't realize how much you may make a difference to somebody or how much you mean to somebody. And I'm going to really be called to that part about pay attention to how you present yourself. Are you somebody that's so much into your own world that you forget to connect with others from time to time? There may be a need to do that. Maybe a need to kind of let go of certain power struggles and realize that strength doesn't mean always being strong. It means being vulnerable. It means getting in touch with life. It means that, you know, kindness is just as powerful. It's just as equal. It's about a message for you to practice more of an emotional intelligence and regulations here as well. To not be so forceful that you forget to be more poised. And stay humble. Make it a little bit more. Yeah, hello. He's so cute. We're going to get one more card for you guys. Since we did this, we'll do. I feel bad. Number one didn't get one. So, oh well. Look at this. We love him. He's a Leo, guys, and he's a little lover Leo. I was like, are you sure you're Leo? But I know he's born on, he's August 5th, baby. So I know his birthday because I bottle fed him because he had his umbilical cord still on him. His mama left him. Yep. He's a little lover. I need to look at my cat's birth chart to see like what his birth is. He's a little lover boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. you. He's just so sweet. He's so innocent because I babied him so. Maybe you guys need to be a little bit more of a lover boy, so to speak. Oh, my cards fell down. Oops. Maybe just let all your cards out, right? I don't know. Anyways. Oh my gosh. Feathers. Speaking of feathers. So yeah, totally resonating, right? So yeah, there's a message for you to be a little bit more lighter. Comment, like I have, this is crazy. I'm wearing feather earrings. I'm wearing feather shirt. So this is about you just kind of lightening up, being a little bit more soft. Let me see what else this says just because of that. So definitely with the owl, like crazy how spirit works, right? I trip myself out all the time. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, take a lighthearted approach. Avoid overanalyzing situations or dwelling excessively on details. Take yourself a little less seriously. Let go of rigid expectations and allow yourself to be flexible and adaptable. I think number 2 might have some messages for you. Release the need for control and surrender to the unfolding. You may receive signs, synchronicities, or intuitive insights and offer clarity and direction. Try not to overcomplicate things. Pay attention to your body. Physical tension can manifest larger issues. Oh, also a message for you guys to kind of get back in the physical. Like hit the gym or work out or run or stretch or something, okay? You need to kind of shake yourself out of the routine. Breathe deeply. Feel each inhale, expanding yourself. Sense of self. It is the opportunity time to partake in ceremonies, prayers, or practices which release old baggage and patterns. So there could be a need to kind of get more in spiritual touch here. Let out your cards, so to speak. And yeah, it's funny because you got this message, take yourself a little less seriously. But I'm going to go ahead and save myself before my phone dies. So I hope you guys appreciate the in-depth message here and just really getting to know me on a more unfiltered level. Again, let me know if you guys want to see on my channel. I am here for you. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.